Katrine Wiskowska of Virginia Tech. This is her 5th round throw, trying to get ahead at least at Hill, and she does that with a throw of 50.
Norm, I will keep an eye on Benna Anderson's time from Syracuse, because right now he's just outside that NCAA cut line at 18th in the nation at 3:54.12. For the top 16 to qualify for the NCAA meet, right now it's at 3:53.82 by Foster Malik of Boston. So we'll see how Anderson does. But again, as Norm stated, no Ethan Strand, no Gary Martin, who are number 1, number 2 milers in the nation.
Also, Steven Jackson, the overall favorite, is fresh.
Yeah.
I mean, he ran the prelims yesterday, but he did not run a DMR or has the 3,000 to worry about. No BC man, by the way, has ever won an ACC title indoors in any event. Larry Rawson, I'm sure the longtime broadcaster of track meets is sure watching this race with a rooting interest for Mr. Jackson. Steve Jackson is senior for Coach Peter Watson at BC.
So Jackson finished 4th in the mile at last year's ACC's at 3:58. It's very slow to start here. Wes Porter, as you mentioned, grad student, Kansas City, Missouri, ran a 4:01 in the prelims.
Well, he could kiss qualifying goodbye.
Yes, that's for sure.
For Anderson. That's not going to happen. They went out in 65. Jackson hanging near the back. And this is slower than the women's first 400, to give it some perspective.
Paul Specht is leading right now, followed by Wes Porter on the inside. Specht from Wake Forest in Germany.
Specht ran on the DMR for Wake Forest on night 1. And he had a trial round yesterday. So this is his 3rd middle distance race in 3 days, and that's probably to be said for most of these guys.
Good positioning, Norm, as well for Dalen Ackley. Finished 5th in the mile last year. Ran a 4 flat. He's on the outside, still led by Specht here in the men's mile.
Itamar of Virginia Tech now into 2nd. And here comes the Notre Dame runner into the picture. That's Dalen Ackley. He ran 3:58 this year. But he looked good yesterday in the prelims, one of the faster qualifiers.
Specht coming in, ran the 6th best mile in the ACC at 3:55.10 at the Henry Valentine. He's still out in front.
Ackley going wide, trying to move into 3rd in the green for Notre Dame. And now here's Jackson starting to move up for BC.
Quick credit on hand here in Louisville, taking in this men's mile.
3 to Specht. 3 to go.
Specht out in front. Itamar's in 2nd, Ackley in 3rd. Wes Porter also on the inside. Now he shifts a little bit, Norm, tactically on the backstretch to his right, but he may be boxed in a little bit.
Jackson moving into 5th now. He's in good shape, and he's got ultimate confidence in his kick. As we saw yesterday in the prelims, he laid back and then blitzed the last 400 meters. Still waiting for that.
There from Ackley.
Less than 2 to go now, and Ackley into the lead.
At the top prelim time at 3:59.10, even though it's a slow mile, but it's Ackley for Notre Dame and Coach Matt Sparks' team, who is very prolific in the pentathlon. But you're seeing him here in the mile, closing in at the bell for Ackley. What does he have? At the last 200, here we go. Ackley is in 1st, Itamar in 2nd, Specht is in 3rd. Here comes Jackson on the outside of the backstretch.
Jackson into 2nd.
Has to give up some room. It is still Ackley, looks to his left. Jackson right behind him for BC.
Ackley's looked back 3 times. Jackson's gaining on him. Larry Wilson's on the edge of his couch.
Can a BC runner win for the first time? Ackley, though, says no! Puts the hand up! Start here for Bob, as well as Hebron. Bob, the transfer from UMBC. Her mother, Dawnette, starred at the 96 Olympics for Bermuda. She's a record holder. Her daughter, Caitlin, running here for Bermuda as well. In the 400, she's out in front to start. On the outside, Sanaya Hebron from Newtown, Pennsylvania.
Bob looking really good as she's going to lead at the 200 over Hebron. 24:55 at halfway.
Bob out in front. Hebron along the backstretch. There's McGinnis, as you alluded to. Norm in third. Garrazzo in fourth for Duke. It's all Bob here in the first section.
Bob had a great prelim yesterday. She was challenged but did not back down, and I would expect her to do the same here.
Hebron trying to catch her on the outside. Hebron making the push here. It will be Caitlin Bob in the first section with that time to beat at 52.69.
Hebron 52.88 in second. McGinnis 50. This is the race most likely for the ACC title in the men's 400.
And there's a good start for Lincoln. Strader on the outside.
Now Lincoln eating up the stagger early and should extend that lead on the curve and will break first to the pole. Running well for Florida State, though, is Danzy.
There's Lincoln out in front. Strader getting that outside.
21.69.
Yeah, that's really fast. Come on, Lincoln. Let's see what he can do here, trying to defend his title. 46.66 is that time to beat for Lincoln.
Strader moving back into second after Danzy momentarily held that position. Now Lincoln's got to fend them off the turn. Sometimes you can slingshot off that turn.
So Strader has. It is Judson Lincoln. Lincoln will defend his title here in the 400.
54. Wow. 55, rounded up to 55. 45-55. Wow. that will put him into the top 10 nationally and gives Virginia Tech that start of the big momentum shift we're going to see. 10 points for.
And Judson joins us now. Judson, just like where we left off in Boston, right here at the ACC. Getting done again in the 400. That's number 6 nationally with that time at 45.55.
Yep. Man, it's a blessing to run out here. I just want to thank God. And, seeing that time after running that crappy race at Clemson is a blessing. And I just want to say real quick, I was here 2 years ago, and my grandma died, and I couldn't get the win. So it's a blessing to be back here. I just want to dedicate this to her. Great time, great win, and we got 2 more events, so 8 times loading, we going.
Judson, congratulations. Always thinking of your family. I know your mom and dad were very inspirational in coaching you, and you get it done again at the ACC.
Yeah,
keep killing it out there.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
Yep, you're welcome. Judson Lincoln, the pride of Columbia, Maryland, started Oakland Hills High School. Gets it done on the national stage here at the
ranked 4th in the NCAA. Here we go.
Yeah, Page last year took 3rd, Norm, to your point, at 204.18 behind Butler and Star Price. Also Molly Hudson in the mix for Boston College as well.
Yeah, this is loaded field. I mean, any one of about 5 or 6 athletes could win. Chuck Nagenich into the lead on the inside for Clemson.
And you want them to get out fast, Norm. That's the key here in the 800 to get to an NCAA mark. Chuck Nagenich out in front.
Willis of Stanford in second. Now this is key, right? The battle between Clemson and Stanford. We expect it to come down to those 2 teams at the end of the day today.
It's a 28-6 split. You saw Roisin Willis. She won the indoor title in the 800 2 years ago. Was the national runner-up outdoor last year for Roisin Willis, one of the stars, the product of Stevens Point, Wisconsin for the Stanford program. She's in second right now, Norm. Gladys Shep-Nagenich out in front for Clemson.
Clemson with 2 runners up there. Stanford has to bank completely on Willis.
Shep-Nagenich placed 4th in this event as a freshman last year. 59.47.
Extremely fast.
This is really fast.
This 3rd lap will make or break that time. If anyone's to get under 2 flat, they need to come through here under 130, certainly. And it's going to be close to that.
Grissom was in 3rd. Here we go, approaching the bell. Shep-Nagenich out in front. Willis, a national champion, in second. How do you like her positioning, Norm?
Perfect. I was just going to say, Willis in perfect position and waiting patiently. But here
Look
comes
at Page. Watch this move by Michaela Page. Last year took 3rd in the 800. Trying to get past Willis. Shep-Nagenich still out in front. Willis in second. Grissom is there as well on the inside. Shep-Nagenich. Can she hold on? Willis, here comes Page. Roisin Willis is going to take it for Stanford, and the Cardinal get it done.
On the inside alley, 4 on the outside. Watch hip 1, Brian Kawhi of Clemson, and he is out first on the inside alley with Farrell of Louisville near the front on the outside alley. along with Blake Savinsky. Blake Savinsky had the biggest gripe, and he clearly was cut off.
And Christian Jackson last year was third. This was won by Therese Roden at 1:47.08 for Clemson.
Ryan Farrell flying in 25:15, seemingly taking the confidence from his PB yesterday into this final. And now from the Virginia Tech Hokies, it's Dylan DeCambra, the sophomore.
He won the DMR on day one of the championships with Virginia Tech. DeCambra is out in front here with 400 to go.
This could be a
52-1 through 400.
Two Hokies in this for Virginia Tech. Big point event for them.
Tui is going to take the lead here for North Carolina State.
Wow. If you're wondering if Tui is Caitlin's brother, you're right. And here coming up,
Watch Plant, though, as well from Canfield, Ohio, just outside the NCAA cutoff at 1:46.85 for Plant, who's in second.
He won't be for long. Nicholas Plant's going to win this thing.
Yeah, handles the backstretch here. It's Plant out in front, placed 8th. Really outdoor-mate the 800 last year. There's Tui trying to contend with him using this curve. See what Tui has. Plant leading for the Hokies. Jackson behind him.
Oh, more tangled up in third and fourth. 15 points for the Hokies. Very important in their comeback. Well, actually, they get 16 points because DeCambra got 8th.
Nicholas, congratulations. Last year, you finished second in this event at the ACCs. We called up in Boston. You take it in first here. Take us through inside the last 200, utilizing the curve on the backstretch there to get past Patrick Tui.
I was just really hard. I was down in that last 200. I feel like I was running lane 2 the entire time, but I got to pull it off, and sort of happy about that. So,
Nicholas, Norm Ogilvie, been so impressed with your progress. I remember your freshman year qualifying for an 800 final, seemingly out of nowhere, and you've been just tough as nails ever since. How does it feel to be an ACC champ?
Feels great. Been waiting for this one for a while. Yeah, just feels really good to be a champion for today. I don't know, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all right. So you, Judson Lincoln, Virginia Tech, continuing to climb up the team standings as well. Nicholas, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Nicholas Plant, the 800 champ in the ACCs, just get past and outlast Patrick Tui for an ACC title in Louisville.
What do you think about that? Do you think he's going to win too?
I think it's a very good case. Last guy, Ja'Cory Patterson for Virginia Tech, won the 200 and 400 indoors back in 2021. Let's see what Lincoln can do. We saw him shine in his big 400. See how he does here in the 200, but what answers just George Franks, the transfer coming in from Stony Brook representing Miami, set the school record in the 200 at the Lenny Lyles at 21:02. Had a PB in the prelims as well. That was a school record.
Yeah, Franks is hot, and best shot to beat Lincoln.
And also good as well. We saw him blossom earlier, trying to double 2. Hussey in lane number 4 for Pitt. Yeah,
Good's double is a tough one. Of course, Judson Lincoln's doing the exact double.
See if Lincoln can double here as well. 20:81, the time to beat.
Out really well in 6 is George Franks. He must have heard you.
Franks again taking another school mark there for Miami. Here comes Judson Lincoln. Also Hussey as well.
Lincoln
out in front. Trying to beat that 20:81 time, and he will. It is a double for Judson Lincoln for Virginia Tech.
Wow, you can see Judson Lincoln.
He was just fighting through it, Norm.
And then you can see just before, from the other angle, his fight lights up with a smile, and then all of a sudden the hamstring went. And sometimes that happens. It's just a slight delay in your feeling. Wow, that's rough. And that is bad news for Hokies fans because it also would hurt his 4x4 chances.
More points here for Virginia Tech at 20:56, a PB for Lincoln. Top 6 get PBs as well. It goes Franks and Johnson. So Lincoln again with a double like we saw that we called at Georgia Tech in Atlanta, and gets it done again here in Louisville.
That graphic's really telling. 1 through 6 ran PBs.
Judson, first and foremost, how are you? What happened?
I started cramping on the last 50, so hopefully it's no more than that. So, I can hop on the interview, not hurting too bad.
That's the good news. Very strong double, and you are putting the Hokies right back in there for the team race. There's your grimacing down the stretch as we see on the replay.
Yeah.
And then you let out one big smile when you realize you won, and then I think your pain came right back to you.
Yeah, that time looked good though.
Yeah, heck, it looked good.
I'm gonna go back to my trainers and figure out my leg and stuff like that. Hopefully I can run this 4x4, but that'll take me to nationals, so that's nice.
We can't wait to see that. All right, go get settled. Hopefully you're recuperating and get ready for the 4x4. We can't wait to see you and your team.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's Judson Lincoln getting another double at the ACC's part of our...
We'll see how the coach at Virginia Tech wants to play it. Out first is Miami on the outside, and Clemson running well in lane 4.
It's Lance Ward out in front for Miami on the outside. Clemson running Grant Holloway. Virginia Tech, Chrysalis.
Ward and Holloway. Oh no, now Chrysalis has moved into second, so Virginia Tech in second. And Chrysalis, so again, ran a great leg on the DMR quarterback. The Hokies the lead. Trying to get the lead here over Miami. He's waiting. Never wise to pass on the turn, but now we get to the backstretch of this opening. Oh no, Chrysalis looked like he pulled up for a second. He certainly was tight. Now they hand off in second. Oh, and another Virginia Tech. Maybe a little bit nervous at this point. Kempton running on their second leg.
So it's George Francis out in front for Miami. Virginia Tech. Harrington is in second. Yep, Sam Harrington. Taj Ham is in third for Clemson.
They just
want to stay with Wilkerson in fourth.
They just need to stay in that general vicinity. It's not about the points, just running faster than that 3:11. The number 12 time in the nation right now, 3:05. And Virginia Tech then is not in right now, so that's what may be motivating.
Here comes Ace Malone on this third leg for Miami. Virginia Tech with Ali Diaby.
Miami looks like they're on a mission to win this 4x4, obviously with a great lead right now. Virginia Tech would be wise to just back off a little bit, make sure they finish to win it.
Ace Malone out in front. Ali Diaby is in second.
And I've just been told Virginia Tech is in the meet at 3:04.43. So let's see how they approach it. They're now trying to run down Miami a little bit here on the third leg.
Malone, Diaby for Miami and Virginia Tech. Clemson running third with Kawhi. Here's Malone. How about Kawhi on the outside trying to get past Virginia Tech? Miami has the lead. Here comes Solomon Streeter on the anchor leg for the Hurricanes.
So now the question is, can Miami bounce Tech? Yes, they could. So this is a lot on the line right here in this last leg of the meet.
Streeter out in front. Virginia Tech with K.J. Tillman at the bell. It is Streeter leading.
2:42
to the backstretch.
2:42 with 1 to go. So he needs to close pretty briskly here to bump Virginia Tech out of the NCAA 4x4.
Tillman running second. And Streeter here for Miami.
Oh, they're not going to run fast enough to do that. So Virginia Tech gets what it wants. The 4x4 bid to NCAAs and the team title.
Congratulations to Streeter in the 4x4. For the last 5 years, outright champions for Virginia Tech. Ben Thomas taking over for coach, the legendary Dave Chinelli.
Dave Chinelli, if you're listening, we're hoping you're enjoying the beach.
Absolutely.
We miss you, but we hope you enjoy your retirement.
Most, if not all, his student athletes' 9th title in program history for Virginia Tech, and a feather in the cap also for Ben Thomas as well. He won't make it about himself, though, and it's about the team for this Hokies program. this Virginia Tech program has built, you know, from Chinelli now over to Ben Thomas.
Well, I'm just so thrilled they hired Ben Thomas. I mean, he is a great coach and knows his stuff. You know, part of that testified by the fact that Oregon sold him out to travel to the great program in Eugene. But he's back now where he belongs, and he's going to keep this program near the top, I predict, for quite a time. He's going to have to fight like heck to do it, but he's got the right temperament, and he really cares about his kids, and I couldn't be happier for him.
Yeah, congratulations to Ben, his family, and the Virginia Tech program, all the Hokie fans watching. What a showing with Tillman and Judson Lincoln, all the field events as well.
Great DMR win is too.
Well, congratulations to Virginia Tech on the men's side and Clemson. Here's the final men's team scores. Congratulations again to the Hokies. Winning, Virginia is in second, Florida State's in third. It's another outright title for Virginia Tech on the men's side for the fourth time in the last 5 years. We're pleased to be joined by the Director of Track and Field and Cross Country at Virginia Tech, Ben Thomas. Ben, congratulations to you and the Hokies.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was a close one.
Yeah, so take us through kind of the mindset from the coaching hat here. You see what Virginia did in the third section and what you had to take care of in section 4.
Yeah, just get to stick around. We knew we had 4 capable guys. Judson was such a warrior for us today. We gave him a 4x4 off, and those other guys stepped in and really got it done. So, can't be more proud of them.
Ben, congratulations from me, a fellow ACC coach for a long time. It took a trip out to Eugene, Oregon and back, but you're in Blacksburg now and you've won your first ACC title. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. You know, it's always great to be able to come home, take over for a legend like Coach Chinelli. You know, this conference obviously isn't getting any easier. It feels more like a regional meet now than the conference meet. But it was a far from perfect day for us, but it was a perfect effort. I thought the kids really stepped up when we needed it and got the job done.
So, Coach, we saw Lincoln double. Hopefully he's okay. But what other events do you feel like have improved drastically with the program now that you're back here at the top spot?
Oh, you know, with Cal, Stanford, SMU coming in, it's been a seismic shift. And the distances especially really strong, but Cal's bringing it from all areas, throws, sprints. It's a challenge. It's basically like a little NCAA meet. So we stepped up when we needed to, and yeah, take this and keep getting better.
Yeah, how did you feel about some of your Pac-12 rivals following you east in some respects?
Oh, yeah. It's wild, you know. Like I said, this makes it almost more like the old regional meet. It's not even feels like bigger than a conference meet in terms of who you got to beat, and if you slip up at all, and there's someone to step in. So we got in front just enough today.
Well, Ben, congratulations to you and the men's team title here at the ACCs, and continued success to your Hokies at the NCAA meet as well.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. That's Ben Thomas, Director of Track and Field and Cross Country at Virginia Tech. Now,